Hi, everyone. This is Tom Parmalee, the founder of funeralvision.com. And joining me today is Chris Kruger, the CEO of the Foresight companies. Chris will be one of our speakers at Mastermind, elevating your funeral service business to new heights at the Live Casino and Hotel in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on Thursday, September 11th. Thanks for joining me today, Chris.
Thanks, Tom. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you, and we're very excited to be a part of Mastermind. It's really an exciting event. I think it's the second one of these that you've done, and we're just thrilled to continue to try to elevate funeral service.
Well, we're so excited to have you involved. Before we get started, tell us a little bit about yourself and Foresight and what you do for funeral homes.
Sure. Well, first and foremost, I personally have been in funeral service for almost 30 years now. Foresight is actually, and we're going into our 38th year, so just under 40 years. And we are a consulting firm focused on serving the funeral and cemetery profession. That's all we do. So we really help funeral service professionals improve not only what they're doing and put some accountability into the business, but the main thing that we do is we help people buy and sell their businesses. So over the last I guess 6 years or so since I've joined Foresight, we've been fortunate to help 178 different people transition their business to the tune of about $2.4 billion. So everything from very small, so probably less than say $500,000 in size, to taking park lawn private with homesteaders as well. So we get to run the full gamut. It's pretty neat.
That's amazing when you quantify it like that. And I can't imagine just the impact that you've had on individual funeral home owners and helping them make that transition. And also people buying funeral homes as well. It must be, tremendously gratifying.
I say we joke about it, but the coolest thing that we get to do is we get to make people's dreams come true, right? Whether it's somebody getting into business or who's struggling in what they're doing, helping them improve their lives, or when somebody's ready to retire and sell their business. It's really a cool thing that we get to be a part of.
One of the really great things that Foresight does is your annual Suppliers Invitational. Tell us a little bit about that event, how it got started, and why it's so special.
We're in our fifth year now, and it's a little golf event. It's a social event. We've held it now, as I say, 5 years running, and it's an event that we get a bunch of suppliers, vendors, people who serve the funeral profession. And it's an opportunity to spend a couple of days and get to know each other better. This profession is founded on relationships. We have clients all the time who are looking for help, and we're looking for the right people to refer them to. So it's really just about getting to know people, knowing who you can really trust and who you feel good about, and making sure that we are all serving the profession as best we possibly can.
Now, again, you're going to be speaking at Mastermind, which is September 11th. You're going to be joined by some other great experts. And the name of your presentation is Succession is Not Just a TV Show, It's Preserving Your Legacy. Now, I don't watch a lot of TV, so I had to actually Google it, and I saw that Succession, it's a TV show about a lot of power dynamics involved in a family business. And then I saw sort of what you were going for there. My guess is that you've had to deal with your share of a lot of interesting family situations in doing what you do.
We do, and obviously, Succession is a soap opera on TV, but unfortunately, a lot of the things that we do deal with involve a lot of family dynamics. So that's a big part of it, right? And it really comes down to navigating through those waters. There's a lot of different people that may, in fact, be involved in that business from a different family perspective, but also as employees, key employees who've been with you for generations. So really kind of mapping out a plan for that and positioning that business and, frankly, people for the most success into the future.
Now, as we're talking right now, I think the stock market continues to plummet today.
Yeah.
Not had such a good run lately, and I'm curious. Against this financial backdrop and all this uncertainty that we're seeing, what does the merger and acquisition space look like right now? Is it slowing down? Is it speeding up? Is it staying steady? What are you seeing?
It is interesting as the broader economic climate is fairly challenged. We are seeing quite a bit of interest in funeral service, and there's a lot of good qualified buyers. Some of the traditional names like the SCIs, the Park ones, we've had Carriages indicated like they're going to start getting more active in the transaction space. It's very healthy, and we've seen actually we're at probably the busiest we've been over the last 6 years. So right now we're seeing a lot of really good activity. And frankly, we're seeing multiples or valuations have increased slightly over last year. Now we're early in the year. Some of these changes in the macroeconomic climate will take a little bit more time to impact it. But the good news is there's a lot of really good options for people who are looking to sell their business today. And even more importantly, I think, or even equally as important, there's a number of lenders who've come into this space over the past couple of years who are much more active in giving opportunities to independent funeral operators. So I would say it's a great market right now, and we've never, as I say, never been busier.
Now, I don't want you to give your entire presentation away for Mastermind. Folks will have to come to hear that great presentation. But
Sure.
what are a couple steps that funeral home owners can take now if they're looking to prepare their business for a sale? Even if it's a couple of years down the line, what can they do?
Tom, it's a great question. I get asked it all the time, and the answer is fairly similar, if not the exact same. It really comes down to the way to maximize the value of your business is have a well-run business, a business that's set up for success long term. And that's a combination of everything of having your pricing to your expenses in line, and having a command and awareness of what's going on in your marketplace. And if you know those things and you're staying on top of it and making adjustments as you go, you're going to get the maximum value. So a lot of this really comes down to, again, command of information, knowing your business, and then also having some awareness, or at least some people that are keeping their eyes and ears open for you about what's going on in the marketplace, so that you always know what those options are. Because let's face it, I mean, I don't think there's ever been a better time to be in this profession than today, if you're willing to be a little bit more progressive than the next person. And that's because it isn't easy, right? I mean, we're in a very difficult environment in funeral service right now. And it's also why the opportunity is so significant.
I suspect your advice for firms looking to acquire other businesses might be somewhat different. What steps should they be taking now if they're looking to expand, 12 months, 18 months down the line, if they're sort of looking for those opportunities? What should they be doing to get their house in order?
Well, I think it's actually a lot of the same things. And it really is. You have to have your house in order before you're going to be able to go out and look for new opportunities. Now, you have to have your eyes and ears open, but if you're going to be looking for bank financing or others to help you in that expansion, you're going to have your house in order, right? And the better prepared you are, it's going to help you to be prepared for those opportunities. And that's a combination of whether you start saving up some cash, or adding new people into your organization that might be capable of helping you run additional places. Again, that's a planning thing that you have to stay on top of. But it really does, the foundation, the root of both things, whether you're buying or selling, is having your own house in order and having a command of what's going on. If you know those things, you're going to be as well positioned as you possibly can for either buying or selling.
That's some great advice, Chris. Well, I want to thank you so much for being a speaker at Mastermind September 11th in Philadelphia, and also for being one of our sponsors of the event, the platinum sponsor, in fact. Thank you. To learn more about Mastermind, elevating your funeral service business to new heights, just visit mastermindfuneral.com. Again, that's mastermindfuneral.com, or you can just click on the events tab on funeralvision.com. The event is approved by the Academy for CEUs, as well as in Pennsylvania, Ohio, Maryland, and numerous other states. And yes, we've applied to New Jersey. We're just waiting to hear back. Plus, the hotel is a very short walk to Philly Stadium, who are playing the Mets while we're in town on September 10th and September 11th. The timing works perfectly for our event. And Chris, in fact, I'm looking forward to going to the game with you and some others as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. So don't miss Chris Cruger and our other speakers at Mastermind. Thanks again so much for joining me, Chris.
Thanks a lot, Tom. Looking forward to being with you and with everybody else. So have a great day, and we'll see you soon.